I know the stock answer about if you win 900 Division I victories, you know, it means you've been around a while, but nonetheless, thoughts about that?
Well, you know, honestly, you guys, I can't do too much about victories myself. I'd be more happy to talk about the match tonight and that sort of thing, and the one Sunday coming up. Um, it does make you feel like you've been around a long time when you start seeing those numbers. So I just kind of try to ignore them, I guess.
Well, you're going to have matches like this because you have so many freshmen. Don't you agree?
I totally agree. That's why I'm kind of glad we were able to get out with a win, and I wanted them to try to work through it, and I think our freshmen I hope they learned a really valuable lesson about preparation tonight.
And then you said you want to talk about playing Arizona Sunday, so talk about playing Arizona Sunday.
Well, I think that match will be difficult because I think Arizona will not make a lot of point errors. I think they'll play very safety first, and I don't think they'll give us much. And if we come out and play recklessly like we did tonight, where we're really good for short spurts and then we make foolish errors, we'll allow them to be in the match the whole time. And I hope we don't do that. But, you know, hoping and doing are two different things, so we have to play the match and see.
I guess kind of making on those adjustments, what are you going to have the girls kind of focus on tomorrow practice to adjust?
Well, I just think we've gotten a lot of attention here lately, and it's taken us away from the focus on preparation for the matches. And sometimes we get then parents come into town and all kinds of things like that, and we just have to do a better job of taking care of ourselves and concentrating on the task at hand. And it's harder for the new kids to do than the older kids because they haven't had practice at this. So I'm really anxious to see how we handle Sunday's match because I know each one of the freshmen struggled at one point or another tonight trying to do hard, and a couple of them were really upset with themselves when they came into the locker room, and I don't want them to waste their energy like that. I really want them to focus on how they got into that situation and what they can do next time to make it a better deal. And so, yeah, so that was the message after the match, and you know, we're fine. We had some fun in the locker room. We talked a little bit. We had some laughs, and we're glad we got out with a win. I think Arizona State did a nice job of playing as hard as they could there and reconstructing a lineup on short notice and all of that. Jason's a good coach, and I know he was happy he got them into a situation where they had a chance to win. So I'm sure we'll have a heck of a fight when we go over there.
I think I got a beat last call. See you.
Okay.
What did you see from your team to just kind of allow you guys to like battle, even though you lost that third set, but just to battle through that, come out the fourth, and then?
Well, several things I liked. We got ahead by executing, but we were ahead 17-11, and we served out of bounds, and we were running. You know, we just constantly gave the other team a chance. And then when we didn't pass serve, we couldn't focus on the serve receive, and it was Arizona State serving very well. You have to give them credit. And we knew that would be one of their strategies to try to really take us out of our offense. And if you looked at one time, we had 40 kills and they had 25. So you say, how the heck were they even close? Well, it was all of our gives. We had serve-receive errors, we had net fouls, we had blocking errors, we had hitting errors. And so, and then we lost our concentration. So good match for us to stay in and try to win, and heck of a way to win. Yeah.
How valuable would you say having Sam out there with the 24 kills and just always being able to go back to her to kind of take care of it?
Well, believe it or not, Sam was not in rhythm tonight, and she had a heck of a time hooking up with each of the setters, and she struggled. 24 kills is great considering she was fighting it the whole time. So she used up a lot of energy this weekend too, and she's had her ups and downs this week. She's had some things she's had to deal with. So the answer to the question is Sam's invaluable. You know, I mean, she doesn't. I mean, she wasn't scoring for her. She was 0 for 7 on the first 7 swings. So she got those 24 kills at the end. I don't know how many sets she had, but I was hoping to keep her under 30 or 40 sets tonight to just save her arm and her legs. But, you know, we needed her every time we could have her.
I guess just last thing, looking into Arizona and their kind of defensive strengths, just running the offense against that, what do you want to see from your team?
Well, I think if we're focused, I think we give up fewer points to the opponents. Arizona is a little bit bigger than Arizona State in some places, so they could cause us some problems where we can't score as easily as we scored tonight. But I'm looking forward to having our old team back and being prepared and focused and ready to play. But honestly, it's going to be like this in the conference. We're not through the first round, and we lost our rhythm tonight, and that's going to happen again. And so I'm glad we're getting chances to do this. I think if you remember, Oregon played pretty fast a couple years ago, and they got into the final match in the Final Four and lost their rhythm and didn't know how to get out of it. And it cost them dearly, and I want to have gone through that several times so our kids know how to learn to get out of this situation. So tonight's one of several I expect to be in, and then we'll see how much faster we can recover and get back to playing good volleyball.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Coach,
Thank
one last thing.
Yeah.
Going back to your 900 personal wins, what does it mean having it here at USC, having those wins, and you know the girls you coach and the girls you currently coach?
Well, a lot of people really don't know the history of USC women's volleyball. It dates back to 1976 when great players like Debbie Green, Debbie Landreth, Sue Woodstraw, Terry Place all were here at USC. Chuck Irby won 3 AAW national championships and the first NC2A championship. And so those 4 championships during that period of time, 76 through, I believe, 1988 maybe, you know, it was SC and UCLA and anybody else that would come to the party. But the history at USC for volleyball, both men's and women's, is very special. And to be able to come in 2000 and have a chance to do this against Stanford and UCLA and all the good teams in our conference is really special because there's never an easy night. And when we are able to win as many games as we have, I believe maybe close to 300 in the 15 years or more, that's really special. If you add them to the matches at Texas and some of the other places, you know, when I was at the junior college, I tried to schedule only Division I teams. So it's not like we didn't play Division I when I was a junior college coach also. So, you know, 900, 1,000, 300, we just want to win the next one. That's what I always say, and I really mean that. I'm not counting, and I don't want to take away from this team because I think they're special. I think they could really make a run at this championship this year, and we're just trying to learn as we go through this experience. And hopefully by December, the freshmen won't be freshmen anymore. They'll be just team members, and we'll be ready to go.